welcome everyone to today's anniversary celebration. So, um, while we are here, I advise that we all turn off our mics and our video if possible. But if there's any reason why you should turn on your mic, maybe later towards the Q&A session, you can always indicate at the chat session or is it in call messages, yeah, that you want to ask a question. But that will be towards the end of the meeting of today. The theme for today's anniversary is the future of learning, harnessing artificial intelligence to improve access to quality education. I mean, in this age and time, artificial learning is the order of the day, and it would be nice if we hear from people that are much more advanced in this field to know how artificial intelligence can help us when we are learning. I mean, nobody wants to go back to like the ages of having to just type things in Google and it gives you so many results. You are trying to cherry pick what will be better and all that. Yes, it still works. We still do that, but with AI putting out answers in a simpler form for us and giving us better results, I think we can bring in this method into learning. And we have very um top people in this academy that knows what they are doing. I mean, if we have someone like Dr. Carlo, Dr. Emmanuel, and so many other people that are here that are advanced in this field, that have a lot to deliver to us. I mean, we are privileged people and we can always learn from each other. So I'll quickly call Dr. Carlo to give us his welcome speech for today's anniversary. Dr. Carlo, are you around?
So I'm here. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Um, Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. So, I'm so happy to be part of this meeting today, and I genuinely want to welcome everyone to our fifth anniversary. It's so good to have you join us to celebrate this 5 years of impactful journey, and we don't take it for granted. You know, if your child is 5 years, you should expect some developmental milestones. And if after 5 years, the child is still trying to control the neck and is not able to sit or is not able to crawl, it becomes a problem. And you are worried about exactly what you want to do or how you're going to help the child. So here we are trying to count our milestones to see how far we have been blessed working together, every one of us. So it's such a huge pleasure to be here and to be the one to say welcome to you. So I want to thank you and say I'm really, really grateful, and the academy is really, really grateful to have you because there are so many things that might be happening at the same time at this point in time that if you've been able to bring out your minutes or a few minutes of your time to join and celebrate with us, then that's really great. So why are we here? Why do we bother about S2 Academy and why do we do the things we do? It's because we want to impact our world. So S2 Academy stands to help people wherever they are to realize their potential through quality education. So we are here to help anybody wherever they are, to support them with their journey to develop their talents, develop their capacities through access to quality education. And I usually would think back how it all started. It all started the time when um, I was given opportunity to come to the United Kingdom to do some programs. Having done all my secondary and undergrad program in Nigeria, it was a good experience it was a good experience to learn in another context, and it was in the United Kingdom, and I saw the differences in how the educational content was rolled out. It doesn't necessarily mean that the Nigerian content was inferior, because they gave as much as they could, and the quality of education in med school, I would say, is really, really top notch. But coming to the United Kingdom, where you also had opportunity to do some critical thinking, critical evaluation of things, you just don't take things at face value. I was beginning to question a number of things that I learned earlier on, to ask myself, um, am I really an independent thinker? And if I am, how have I used that? So that 1 year of master's degree was really um, a life-changing moment. And I was asking myself, how can this be brought back home? Or how can we expand this? Knowing that studying in universities like that in the UK is quite expensive. It took, when I was doing my program, it was a little over 16,000 pounds to do a master's degree for 1 year. It's more than 20,000 pounds now, actually more than that now. So I was asking myself, how can we make these things available to more people who might not be able to afford it? Then I wasn't able to afford it, actually, because it was a funded program. So how do we give people access to such programs available wherever they are? If they're not able to come to the United Kingdom or to the US or anywhere, can they have that same level of training wherever they are? So that's how the academy was born. And it's been a journey that's have seen so many phases. When we started the academy, it was like, so what do we offer the people? What can we do to improve the lives of people? And the first thing that came to mind, the team then decided that, okay, since most people want to travel abroad, one of the things that they would need would be to write English test, the International English Language Testing System. They call it IELTS. So we found out that a lot of people who would get to their dream were prevented or limited because they couldn't pass their IELTS exam. We had to enroll, we had to start a program, IELTS, at that point in time. And when we started the IELTS, it was such I mean, it was such a good thing to see that over a period of 2 years, we were able to train more than 500 people in IELTS. People went on to have good scores, did what they were supposed to do with their IELTS. And I would say thank you to Mazi Chukwebuka then, because when I tapped him, I was like, he's one of my mentors, and said, this is what I wanted to do. Are you able to develop some modules of the IELTS so that we can support with that? And he said, why not? So he was able to develop the I think it was the reading and the writing component of the IELTS, and gave out his time, even though he was very busy during those times. He gave out his time to take on classes and classes and classes for almost 1 year plus, for he passed on to other generation of tutors. So I can't take that for granted. And a number of other tutors came in. We also had tutors that now we grew tutors from amongst us who understood how the thing ran and all that. So I'm so grateful for the opportunity that the IELTS gave to us to to start off. So it was like our taking off or our debut program in the academy. And after a while, we sort of said, okay, how do we move on from here? We started noting that some people are also interested in scholarship. Some people are interested in applying for major scholarships. There are a lot of scholarships out there. Sort of said, okay, we can also start mentoring people to support them in applying for scholarships. And we have done that over time so that people who are interested in the major scholarships have contacted us to support them with that. And over the period, we've also seen valid results coming out from there. And fast forward to last year, we sort of understood that it was also difficult for people to get into public health training in the United Kingdom. Uh, One is that it was difficult for people to even know. People don't have access to the right information. They they don't know um, how to get in. It's like everywhere just shut. So what we had to do as an academy was to say, okay, how do we support people? First of all, understand what the program or what the training is all about, and also to ensure that those who are into that understand the different exams that they need to write per time. So those were the things that we thought about last year, and we established the public health training mentorship platform that saw almost more than 150 persons go through the pathway. So we had WhatsApp group, had Telegram group. Those who were in the WhatsApp group were also part of the Telegram group where the discussions held. And thankfully, we had dedicated admins who sort of manage the groups. So the Institute Academy team just checked in once in a while to be sure that everything was going on. And I have seen that opportunity. I mean, that privilege of talking to many professionals so rewarding that people who you would have not met or who you can't even knock at their door, but because of that opportunity, you're able to relate with them, support them, and moving on. These people have become friends, and we've collaborated in other areas. Some of them have moved from just being mentees at the academy and became closer friends, and they are doing a lot. So the other thing we've done also was the academic clinical fellowship mentorship that we did for GMC registered doctors who are interested to become clinical academics. And we did webinars for them to let them know exactly what it meant to be a clinical academic and how to pursue the academic clinical fellowship, and also we reviewed their applications, and also supported them with mock simulation. After that, I was really blessed to hear one of the comments. I would have played it, was a voice note. This colleague of mine was so happy and couldn't contain his joy how he was able to scale through the academic clinical fellowship to become one of the clinical academics in his specialty. So those are some of the things that give us the motivation to move ahead, and we are continuing to do those even in this coming year to support people who are going to prepare for those. So the last thing I would say before I begin to wind down, it's that in the academy as well, we found that a lot of people have different challenges, job, um, professional, whatever it is. So because we started having so many calls, so many I mean chats to talk to us individually, we had to now have created a one-to-one section. We call it one-to-one mentorship or section every month, where members of the academy would book in to have a chat with an experienced member of the team. And what does happen is that you just have to send in a mail to the academy email address, academy@gmail.com, and the admin will sort out what you're requesting and link you up to the appropriate experienced team member um, who will encourage you, support you, or provide whatever guidance that is needed. And over the course of 1 year, we do four um, four sections. I mean, we see four persons in a month, so that the last Saturday of the month. So if you multiply 4 by 52, it will give you an idea of what we do in a year, the number of people we'll talk to. And like I say, sometimes I look at those opportunities as uh, these are not just happenstance, because sometimes you're talking to colleagues and you find out that these are well experienced people who have gone far in their lives, who can contribute to the society. But it could just be one thing or the other that is hampering what they, I mean, that's preventing them to get to the next level. When you speak to them about it, you find out that you have provided solutions to people. So I really want to say that the academy has provided opportunity for us to influence lives, and we're still influencing lives. um, Nowadays we have built our community in such a way that people can join. When you join our WhatsApp community, you have opportunity to join the different thematic areas that interest you and contribute there. And in the academy, everybody is a mentor and everybody is a mentee. So you have the opportunity to be a mentor and you have an opportunity to be a mentee depending on where it is. And nobody there is considered to be beyond reach. Every one of us is in a journey, on a journey to where we want to go to. So we'll provide support to every one of us. And we encourage you to feel free and make your contributions. If there are skills that you think that you have that will build the academy, um, feel free to speak to the members of the team, and we are really ready to support you with with whatever it is that you will need to express yourself. So, for instance, now we've got in the academy, we've got the academic clinical fellowship mentorship platform. We have scholarship mentorship platform. We've got the public health mentorship platform. We've got grants and innovation where you can come in with whatever idea you've got, any crazy or non-crazy idea you've got, and you want us to support and collaborate with you. There is an opportunity for you. So there's something for everyone in that group. And the group is not me. So I'm just a member of the group. So when you hear School Academy, think about yourself, think about the team, not myself per se. So what's our future direction? Um, my thinkings about the academy going forward is that we are building a village of mentors. So where whatever you think about, really, you would have someone that can support you there. And every one of us can grow from wherever they are. So we need you, we need myself, we need our collaborative efforts. So it's a community thing. Engage with whatever we're doing, help disseminate the information we're all the things we're doing in the academy, help disseminate that. And the good thing is that all our services are free of charge. So we don't charge anything when we're rendering our services because we understand um, that's not our interest. We want to impact lives, and this is the only way we can do that. So I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. And I'm grateful and saying welcome to all of us. This is our fifth anniversary. We would live to celebrate more. Maybe in subsequent anniversaries to come, we might do that in space. So we are doing this one on Google Meet. So we're hoping that with time we can all say let's go in space. Everyone will enter aeroplane and we'll go and celebrate. It happen. It happens. Yeah, it happens. So um, I think I will drop my microphone here, and if you've got anything to say or any questions or anything you can at this point. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kalu. Uh, if I'm a visitor in a house and the host welcomes me like this, I don't think I'll leave that house anytime soon. I'll just say, bring mats, bring goodies, and let me relax and have a good time because this is actually very heartwarming. The most mentorship programs I've come across. By the time they will charge you, you're there, you remember the money that is involved. It's either your body will start, you start getting uncomfortable and you might not even want to do things because you're passionate about it. You do it because maybe you put in money. But like you said, what we offer here is free of charge and it's a family of mentors and mentees, you know. So I would like to say thank you so much for this welcome speech. And I also want to call in Dr. Emmanuel now. But before I call him in, I would like to introduce him in a few, should I say seconds or in a minute. Is Dr. Emmanuel here? Dr. Emmanuel, if you're here, can you say hi? Let me know if you are here already with us.
Hello, I'm here with you.
Okay, thank you so much. So I would like to introduce Dr. Emmanuel very briefly. I don't know if I make a mistake in your surname, sir. Please forgive me.
That's fine.
uh, all right. Dr. Emmanuel Hervowe, I don't know if it's that. That's correct. He's a medical doctor. He was trained in Delta State University and he has an MSc in public health. He got that in the UK. He is also a fellow of the Royal Society of Public Health in the UK too. So now he's currently a clinical research fellow at the Manchester University NHS Foundation Trust, while also undergoing the Association Principal Investigator Scheme, that's NIHR. Additionally, he is a guest lecturer in epidemiology and biostatistics at the University of South Wales, where he earned his master's in public health with distinction. Hmm. So we have someone wey sabi in our midst. Now, he is also a member of the management team at Estuk Academy. He served as the General Secretary of the Christian Medical Association of Nigeria, that's CMDA, at Delta State University Teaching Hospital in 2017. Above all, he's a devout Christian and he is also a graduate of Koinonia School of Ministry in the UK. He loves singing and listening to gospel music. So I'd like everyone for us to welcome our guest speaker, to welcome Dr. Emmanuel. I want to see reactions like thumbs up, heart, love. I don't know. Anyone you can, yeah, I like that. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Emmanuel to take over the stage right now. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you
Welcome.
so much. Thank you so much. It's a privilege to speak today. Thank you so much. Just to confirm, if you can see my screen. Yeah.
I can see your screen, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone for this opportunity. And let me extend my voice in congratulating Estuk Academy for this great feast you've achieved. It's not easy to have a 5-year-old child. And congratulations to Estuk Academy. And I want to personally thank Dr. Carlo. He's been a great friend, a great senior colleague, he's always been there personally. And even as an academy, I just want to say thank you for your support and thank you to everyone. So today we'll be talking through the future of learning, enhancing AI to improve access to quality education. And I don't know if someone noticed on the chat box, you saw something about transcripting is on, more like to get a transcript of the meeting after this meeting. So if you notice that, so that just tells you how much AI is being inculcated into a number of activities today. So let's see how we could use this in the educational sector and how we could use it to enhance education.
Dr. Manuel, I can't see your screen anymore. I don't know if it's from my end or from your own side.
Can anyone still see my screen, please?
I can see your screen.
Okay, and is it moving?
Yes, it is.
Moving. Yes.
Okay. Cecilia, are you sorted now? Okay.
I can see you now, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
So
you.
this is the outline for my presentation. I'm going to talk today. So let's feel free to drop a question on the chat box. Although I may not be able to see that, but I guess after the talk, we'll have time to answer questions. So just a quick question. Please feel free to use the chat box to put in your comments. Can anyone identify this phone? What phone is this? You can use the chat box. Let me see if I can get the. Okay. Nokia Touch, Nokia 1110. Okay. Okay. Nokia 3310. Pinty, thank you. So, just a quick question again. Is anyone still using this phone? And indeed, no offense. I just want to know if anyone is still using Nokia 3310 at this time T. Just interested. But I can see no. But I bet at a time, if you don't have this phone, I'm sure you're not part of the league. Okay, but that just tell us how time and chance happens to everything. This is interesting where I'm taking us to. Now again, BlackBerry. This was like if you don't have this and you're going on a date, you're not ready. Yeah, but again, I would be interested to know if anyone is still using BlackBerry. It's possible. Oh yeah, I just saw something about the Snake game on Nokia. Trust me, I used to love that game and I played it a lot. But yeah, I'm not sure anyone still plays that game now because maybe there are better games and all that. So we left the era of Nokia 3310. We went into BlackBerry, and now we have the iPhones, Android, Samsung, and not just only having the iPhone. Now with smartwatches, you can even answer calls, check your emails, and even do what's it called? Receive calls. And interestingly, some of these smartwatches have some medical devices that would talk more going forward when we go on in this lecture. I last week I was discussing with one of my colleagues at work, and she mentioned, oh, you know what? A patient wanted to say, my smartwatch told me I had atrial fibrillation, and we were like, wow. So she needed to go in to see the GP so they could do the heart tracing just to check, because atrial fibrillation is a condition of the heart. So the smartwatch was able to detect that this lady had atrial fibrillation. She was able to go to the GP to have the ECG, the heart tracing, so they could diagnose that. So we see how much technology is moving now, and how much AI is. It's more like the new norm. So it's something we need to we need to live with. We just need to work with and see how best we can enhance it in every aspect of our lives. And also down to Siri, Alexa. I'm sure some of us don't even go to play music again. You just say, Alexa, play me this, Alexa, play me that. And it looks like if you were told 5, 10, 15 years back that you would be able to speak to a device, I'm sure for those of us that are Christians or stuff, you will start casting and binding to say it's not going to happen, because but now you talk to devices and it looks like these things were never there, but we are seeing it now. So voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, they are all founded on AI technology, and even so we see some customer service chatbots, pop-ups, and all that. So yes, this is more like the new norm. This is where we are going into. So it's good if as professionals we could enhance these opportunities in learning, in education, and even in raising the young ones. So now let's talk about AI. So just to give a definition from one of the sources, it's AI is a branch of computer science that deals with the creation of intelligent agents, and these are systems that can reason, learn, and act autonomously. So it's interesting to know that AI it's something they learn. So they learn from these large data sets. They are taught and trained on how to do these things, and they end up doing it. So it's about programming and all that. So and AI can be applied in various settings, like I explained, how a patient was able to identify she had atrial fibrillation, and came to the called us, was able to go to the GP to have that diagnosed properly. And there are even I heard about one about where you could, more like a wristwatch as well. You attach them to newborns, and you can tell when they are having increasing temperature, when their heart rate is going high, and things like sudden infant death that could just happen, and you don't know the cause why a child will just die, can be prevented. Because if maybe the heart rate is high, the child is not breathing properly, it sends an alarm to the parents in their room, or where they are living. So we see how AI is being used in various settings, and yes, it could also be used in the educational sector as well. And also we see now, even in the healthcare setting, we see AI are being used to interpret radiological images, just such as X-ray. Although yes, I know there are a number of ethical concerns, privacy, and all that we'll talk on as we go. But I'm just trying to open up our minds to see how much AI is being used in our world today. And I think it will be important that we live up to that as well. So imagine if you're still using a 3310 at this time and age. Well, no comment. So yeah, yes. So with AI in education, where are we now? Just to get an overview of how the educational sector is globally. And it's interesting to know that the United Nations, in one of the Sustainable Developmental Goals, 4 to be specific, spoke about quality education. This is just to ensure there is inclusive and equitable quality education, and also to promote a lifelong learning opportunity for all. Although we know with access to education and access to quality education, there's global disparity. We see in low income countries that 1 in 3 school age children are out of school, as compared to counterpart from high income countries where it's just like 3%. And a number of things could explain why we have reduced access to education in some of these low income countries, which could include maybe their level of deprivation, access to facilities, socioeconomic status, language barrier, as well as shortage of personnel. And COVID-19, I would say COVID-19, yes, there are a number of downsides to that. But if you want to pick a positive from COVID-19, I think COVID-19 helped us to really understand the importance of technology in education. When I did my master's in University of South Wales, that was just around the COVID period. A number of our lectures were blended learning. So have the lecturer in a different room, you're joining with their teams in a different room, you do your assessments like in different places. And even now we have people connected from all over the world, and we are all accessing this platform and accessing this lecture. So I think before COVID, there used to be Zoom, Google Meet, but I think COVID-19 really brought it out and made a number of us see the importance of using this online platform. And a lot of people now are talking about remote working from home, and you're still able to deliver appropriately. So that just tells us things are changing, and even in the educational sector, that the traditional way of doing things may have to change as well. So yeah, so this is where we are now in terms of just giving a global figure on education and the SDGs. Some selling point here is the fact that AI is transforming learning experience, and that's one reality that we need to come in terms with. Like I explained during my MSc, there are a number of things we are doing, and we didn't do it in our undergraduate training. And I know now, even in Nigeria and a number of developing countries, some of these blended learning activities are already being done for ages. So AI is transforming education. And also to point out one thing in the video that they highlighted, that I would want us to remember: AI is not replacing teachers. AI is not replacing your thinking ability, because that's one mistake, or that's one practical challenge that we would see as we go on in this lecture. So it's not replacing your thinking ability. It's not taking you away from being able to reason. Although I know with Nokia 3310, it's difficult to type a text message. With iPhone, you could probably dictate your text message, but it still doesn't change the fact that you need to do some of all these things. So you're just making things easier, just making our experience of learning. Now, there are a number of courses online. There are a number of ways we can learn certain things. ChatGPT would talk about that as we go on. So I can see coming from the Takali, so you can do so many things with AI in classroom. That is really true. And also someone is saying about AI being able to monitor patterns and can save time by helping you with routine tasks. Like we just highlighted in this meeting, AI is helping with transcribing. You don't need to manually have to take minutes of meetings again without so it's just making things easier. And yeah, okay, so I'm just navigating two screens just so I can read the comments as well. So the core application of AI in education is what I would just speak briefly on, mainly on adaptive learning systems. So adaptive learning systems are personalized educational platforms that can adjust learning content, learning pace, learning method based on the individual's need and progress. And we could see this this can be applied in a number of settings. Someone is struggling, there are AI apps now, they're struggling with mathematics, with certain topics, certain subjects. They are able to help understand where you are now and see your need, and are able to help. And this will be really helpful for children now in education. And because sometimes maybe when you're taught certain things and you don't understand, you end up being beaten or being flogged. I don't know if they still flog nowadays, but those are things that used to happen then. So and also in employee onboarding aptitude tests, there are a number of these things online that you take. They're able to assess where you need to work on as an employee looking for an employment. So AI in education here is not just only in the classroom setting, but also for us as professionals. There are certain things we're not sure about. I want to learn this better. It could help us with understanding. It could help to assess where we are now and how we can do these things better. And some of the adaptive learning platforms that we have, one of them is ChatGPT, which I'm sure a number of us use a lot. Yes, like one thing I will keep emphasizing is AI should not replace one's thinking ability or one's intellectual ability. So it shouldn't tend to make you lazy, but instead it it's not replacing teachers, it's just assisting. It's transforming the learning experience, because sometimes we could fall victim of over relying on artificial intelligence. Remember, it is artificial, it can fail. So this is just helping to transform our experience rather than replacing our thinking and reasoning ability. ChatGPT, yes, could help with a number of functions. You could ask basically anything. Oh, I'm not sure about to do this in my car. They could probably give you an explanation of how to do this. It kind of works better than Google, because it's been trained. You see some of these search engines. It's ChatGPT will probably work better than them because it's been trained. So that's something about artificial intelligence. It learns this thing and is able to give you better results. Some of these adaptive learning platforms, Dreambox Learning, Duolingo, I'm sure some of us have used this as well for language, to learn various languages, French, Spanish, and all that. And you could track your progress and help you do this thing from the comfort of your home. You probably don't need to go and enroll in a language school, although you may still need help, but these things are really, really helping in this in the educational sector. And one key, the key features about this adaptive learning system is the fact that you could personalize your learning. Like with ChatGPT, you could do a personalized feedback for maybe an idea you're trying to build. See how you can adjust this, refine messages, refine thoughts, refine ideas, and also it could help you develop even so, because when you see the way these things give you feedback and the responses they give, it helps you as well. It improves your thinking as well. So there are a number of benefits from these adaptive learning systems. And for example, now like with ChatGPT, with Duolingo, it could improve learning, it could enhance understanding, and it just makes things faster and quicker. Like with like I cited earlier, with Nokia 3310, it could probably take you a while to type text message. You know, they think they have A, B, C. So you need to type 1 3 times. Like if you want to type C, you need to type press before C will come out. Go to the other one. If you want to type A, or you press. So you see how much, I'm sure some of us now just remembering those times, I'll be like, did we really have to do that? Well, yes, we did, and it's all for and I'm sure, God willing, if you're here in maybe 20, 40, 30, 50, 100 years from now, and people would look back to say, oh, yeah, they really having to type with keyboards, or do they have to sit in front of a computer? So there are certain things that we're doing that I'll probably feel, okay, it's fine. With time, with technology, AI, and all that, it's all becoming obsolete. So let's really be open and keep advancing ourselves. Yes, I know one question we would ask, especially from the data I gave about quality education not being accessible in a number of these low-income countries, is yes, we are trying to see how we could use AI to improve learning, but do they have access to these smart devices? Would they be able to use this technology? Not every part of the world have access to maybe continuous Wi-Fi. You need to keep buying data. If your data finishes, you can't access the internet, and not everyone may be privileged to have a smartphone. Maybe what they still use is a Nokia 3310. Yes, this is a challenge, and it's something we cannot ignore. But I just wanted to highlight one of the AI tools in Kenya, which I would say is a developing country as well. So it's called Mshule. So it's more like an SMS AI driven technology that you don't really need to have a smartphone, but you probably just use a phone that can send text message just using the text message system. So it just being able to to connect with AI and SMS, so they are able to. It's more like some of all these bots you have on Telegram, where you say, do you want to do this? Press yes, yes, and you see other options. With this app, they are able to deliver some educational materials as well with just this text message. It's just helps people. So even so, I'm just trying to highlight it. That's fine. Even if we could say there are challenges with these places in terms of if they have access to these smart devices, people are still thinking of how we could use, maybe rely less on the internet and see how we could still use devices that are not so smart enough to help develop learning. And it's just a thing for us to think through as well. So I'm just mindful of the time. I did mention also that yes, with AI comes a number of questions and concerns as well. One of which is data privacy. Like I mentioned, at the moment, I'm very sure in my hospital they use AI to help with interpreting of X-rays, maybe like chest X-rays. But bear in mind, this thing has been trained with like lot of X-rays, chest X-rays, so to be able to detect signs for this medical condition, signs for this for that medical condition. So you probably have most of the results, most of the chest radiograph results now will probably you will have the generic report from the AI to say this. That just helps the doctor to be able to identify, oh, okay, AI is pointing, maybe there is cardiomegaly, maybe there is enlargement in the heart. The doctor is able to focus on that, see how you could pick that. But one question we have is data privacy and security. That is a concern. Although a number of these images, while they are passed through this machine, they have to be anonymous. Just so, because even with ChatGPT that you interact with, sometimes people upload materials and identifiable things on ChatGPT. We really don't know who is at the back end, or we really don't know where this. We really are not so sure of data privacy and security. That's one challenge with an ethical concern with artificial intelligence, and also there is this over relying on AI. I'm sure some of us now will probably just say Alexa. If Alexa can even do the school runs for you, you probably have Alexa doing the school runs and going to do the shopping, going to even do your dishes and do everything. Yeah. So still also with with education as well. Yes, ChatGPT is there to help, but we shouldn't over rely on it. And even as well as some ethical concerns, people doing a whole publication with ChatGPT. Yes, there are plagiarism software that will be able to detect if a work is not original. So it's not to replace our thinking ability, but it's to help. If I'm thinking about how do I come up with this research idea, ChatGPT will probably help you refine. Okay, why not do it this way? Give you suggestion. It's not for you to say, oh, write me a 3,000 words essay on this particular topic. It will probably give you write that and give you references as well. But even I was speaking with one of my lecturers a couple of weeks back, and they were like, there are software to check for such plagiarism because students are now over relying on ChatGPT and AI to help with essay writing, with research and all that, which is not the best. So that is a practical challenge. And yeah, but it's something we may have to live with, but this is just a platform to encourage people that it's to assist and not to replace. So that's one message I would like to emphasize as well. And yeah, I did highlight initially about some of these low and middle income countries, would they have access to this sophisticated technology, as we would see the future where AI is taking, where AI is going to now. Would some of these places have access to this technology, and it could probably worsen inequality the more, people are here to access good internet, and now we are talking about some virtual reality, miss reality that I would talk about. So it could probably worsen the inequality that we are trying to address at the moment. So what's next? The future of AI. So just to emphasize, it's not a replacement. It's for us to collaborate, enhance. It makes things easier. There are a number of programs on Coursera on AI, how we could use it effectively in research, AI in data analysis, and these are things that could probably look into as well. That would be really, really helpful. And there are things around virtual reality and extended reality. I don't know if anyone here has maybe used in any of these courses. So let me show what explaining. So now there's this virtual reality, this 3D stuff. I'm sure some of us have come across it. A number of kids, some of these games use this a lot. But it's interesting to see that virtual reality is used in education now. While I started working with Manchester University, there was this research that was on training doctors on how to manage tracheostomy. So tracheostomy is a tube you have in the neck when one is unable to breathe properly. So with this virtual reality, more like this, should I say, the glasses or this image you can see, when you put it on, what you see is you're like in the hospital setting. You have a tracheostomy tube, you have your suction, you have a dummy baby, you have a oxygen cylinder with the reality, and they trained us. We're able to undergo the training. So I just took the visualities. So they just give us home, just take 10, 15, 20 minutes and practice. So with the virtual reality, I'm able to practice in my room, and it's still like I'm in critical care trying to resuscitate a child that's maybe having difficulty breathing from the tracheostomy, or the tracheostomy tube is blocked and all that. So it was quite interesting, which I'm sure some of us may have been exposed to as well, but that's where the world is going into now. Maybe your child goes to school, and that's what they have to teach them: mathematics, English, or even any science stuff. And even with medical schools now, anatomy, they don't have to do the traditional dissection where they have to take cadaver, dead bodies to check to see various arteries, various blood vessels, and various structures in the body. They probably do this with these anograms and virtual reality, and you are able to appreciate every of those structures. So yes, AI is becoming the new reality. If I'm to conclude, just watching our time, yes, it's becoming the new reality, even in education. And just to emphasize, it's to augment and not to replace humans. There are a number of activities that we could do with adaptive learning, various adaptive learning platforms that would help, like I said, writing minutes of meetings, scheduling our work tasks, helping to refine ideas that we have. It's becoming the new reality. And just like Nokia 3310, it's now moving from even a phone to maybe a wristwatch where you could probably answer your call, respond to your emails and text messages. So indeed, AI can be enhanced to improve quality education, and that is something. This is just to stimulate our interest, and this is just to make us understand that it's where the world is going into, and as professionals we need to upskill ourselves as well and be informed about these various ways we could probably use AI. So thank you all for listening. I hope you've gotten a point or two, and I'll be just taking the back seat to answer questions when the time is right. So thank you so much, and thank you once more for the opportunity. Thank you. Moderator, over to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Emmanuel. I really enjoyed this session. It's very insightful. There are some things you said that actually resonates with what I've come across before. That especially for me, that is a parent, I know it can be very frustrating when you're trying to teach a child. Even for me as an adult, there are some topics you want to have a quick grasp, and you're not grabbing it at that time. With the use of AI, I mean, both things just starts to flow. So
Mm.
it's not as if it's going to replace any teacher. It's it's just to enhance. I mean, if
Yeah.
anybody that's trying to fight AI now, it's like boxing in the egg. It has come to stay.
It is.
So thank you so much for that, sir. Um, I don't know if anyone has a question, but I think your questions can start dropping now while I call on Dr. Afolabi. I'd like to call on Dr. Afolabi just for like 10 minutes or so that he can help us to reflect on what Dr. Emmanuel just said, just for a few minutes. Let him come, or let him take over.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Yes.
can hear you now. Please, sir.
Sorry for the technological issues. Thank you very much, Dr. Emmanuel. I'm so happy to be here and I enjoyed your presentation. It was fantastic. I've learned so many things and I've been doing lots of reflection as instructed by Dr. Kalu and our MC Cecilia. So I can't agree more with the things Dr. Emmanuel has said about AI and education. And yes, definitely it's going to play a big role in improving the quality of education in the future. In fact, not just the future, from now already, it's already improving quality of education. Dr. Emmanuel has mentioned lots of areas where AI is being used, both by educators and by learners. And I'll just share some examples, personal examples, experiences, and some are not necessarily personal, from friends or other things I've read about relating to how AI has been helping in education. So I just quickly want to mention some recent happenings in the world for us to picture how important AI is becoming in education. So the first one is what happened in China recently, a few days ago actually. So all the major AI platforms that they use in China, most of us should be familiar that China has very strict rules on their internet use, and they may not be using the same AI facilities that we use in the rest of the world. So a few days ago, they shut down some key features of most of the AI platforms that they use generally in the country. And the reason was that their students were taking exams, the entrance exams, national entrance exams to university. So they shut down those platforms for the period of the exams. Another key and important happening recently is, for most of us who recall that from in our universities, some courses like English language or general knowledge, depending on where you schooled, were compulsory for everybody in university. We're starting to see the same with AI now. Ohio State University recently announced that from their next intake, which will be later this year, it will be compulsory for every university student to take a course in foundational AI. And I think other universities would follow suit very soon. So another interesting point that hits home specifically for most of us here, I believe everybody here is Nigerian, or well, almost all of us. A recent study was done in Edo State, Nigeria, and AI was tested as like a virtual tutor for students. And the conclusion was that in 6 weeks, these students learned what it would have taken them 2 years of academic session to learn. And that's quite important. 6 weeks to 2 years, you can imagine that difference. So yeah, like Dr. Emmanuel has pointed out and emphasized, AI is here to stay and it has a lot of good that it's going to do. So moving away from what schools are doing with AI, I want to talk about some of my own personal experiences as a learner. I've used as a learner and also as a parent. So for my son's learning, I've used AI many times to help. My boy is 6 years old, and sometimes he asks questions. Like just like Cecilia was saying, he has some questions, and I'm not even sure where to start answering from. The first things that come to mind, I'm like, he's not even going to understand my explanation of that. So I go to ChatGPT and say, for a 6-year-old boy, can you explain this? Sometimes I even make stories from, if I want him to learn something. So I've gone to ChatGPT sometimes, taking like a few words. I say, okay, I want him to learn these new words. Give ChatGPT the words and say, create a story using these words. Sometimes I tell it, okay, I want this to be the moral lesson of the story, make it in this character, put some of his cartoon characters that he likes, and that's been useful for his education. I myself, I'm currently doing a master's degree alongside working, and AI, not just ChatGPT, AI generally has helped a lot in my learning. Because I'm working and schooling at the same time, sometimes it's been difficult to do all the pre-reading I have to do before lectures. So it's just easy for me to go on ChatGPT sometimes. I wouldn't want to turn up to the lecture completely empty-headed. Go to ChatGPT, feed the pre-reading materials and say, summarize, and then I'm able to catch up, read, and at least while I'm in the lecture, I'm able to engage with the lectures. So good personal experience. An interesting one I should also share is one of my colleagues. We had an exam last semester. A colleague of mine took a lecture notes on a module, it was on epidemiology. She took a lecture notes and fed it to, I didn't ask which AI platform she used, but she fed it to this AI platform and created a podcast where two people were just conversing on this concept in epidemiology. And she was just listening to that as a revision for the exam. So people use AI in different ways that helped with learning. Sorry, I penned some things that I wanted to talk about. Okay, yeah, also I've used ChatGPT for presentations. I'm sure many of us do that now. Not just ChatGPT, AI to design images. Recently, there's this craze for, what's that cartoon-like image now that people use. I can't remember the name.
Ghibli, I don't know the
Yeah, Ghibli Studio. So most of my presentations I've done right from the very first presentation at the uni where we were meant to introduce ourselves. I'd used Canva AI, ChatGPT AI to generate images, and it just brings light to your presentation. It probably, I don't want to say it's biased, but I mean, when you get scored for presentations, they also consider your slides and all that, and that also helps in the scoring as well. So that's on my reflections on using AI myself personally. I know some people also I've used it before, not in lectures, but for meetings, to take lecture notes. You can use that, but I've used it in meetings. I noticed on this meeting as well, somebody's using Firefly's AI to take notes. That also helps in learning. It may not help directly, if you but indirectly it helps you become more efficient, helps you manage your time better. And for many people that are not able to concentrate at their utmost when they're writing or taking notes and listening at the same time, you can just have AI taking the notes for you, and your concentration is fully on listening and understanding the speaker. Dr. Emmanuel had mentioned some ethical issues and some other issues with AI. So I'll start from the last point of taking notes. Obviously, you need to take permission from, I don't know who's using Fireflies here. I hope that's the adequate permission, the right permission had been gotten to take that. But you don't want to just send an AI to a meeting to take notes without informing who's organized the meeting. You also want to be sure of the security of whatever platform you're using. Anybody can create AI these days. Some people will create dodgy apps and platforms that are just there to steal your data or whatever it might be for. So we need to be careful about these things. Some of the other issues, okay, so in using it for academics, for example, obviously, AI is still relatively new, even though it has gone far. University policies and rules continue to change and adapt to AI. So if you're using it for whatever use you're using, whether it's to take notes in lectures or even for presentations, you need to continue to make sure you're aware of university rules and policies, and you don't want to get foul of that because consequences can be grave. Then another issue that Dr. Emmanuel had mentioned was access to internet facilities and devices, how this might just mean that inequalities continue to be perpetuated for places that don't have access in the first place. Well, thinking about that, I just thought about it. This is education we're talking about. We're talking about future leaders. I think in the long run, it's always going to be more cost effective to have the appropriate technology and facilities in place. So even in rural areas, getting internet access and say maybe a single device that a classroom can have, getting that and using those kind of platforms to enhance education is going to be more cost effective than employing the adequate number of teachers that every classroom, every school in these rural places would need, especially considering the fact that the education you put into these children is going to be very important for the future economy of that country. So a responsible government will think about the long run cost effectiveness, and not just the immediate cost of putting these things into place. I think that's all I'd penned. Thank you again very much, Dr. Emmanuel. Maybe just to emphasize again, people continue to ask this question: is AI going to take our place? Is AI going to take your job in whatever sector? Some people say in some sectors AI is likely to take it more than others, but whatever sector, even in radiology where it's already making diagnosis now, I don't think AI is ever going to completely take the place of humans.
Yeah.
Dr. Emmanuel mentioned earlier, AI itself is a learner. AI learns from our interactions with ourselves, with AI, from our experiences. If humans are taken away completely from that, there's nothing for AI to learn from. There's no way AI is going to improve. So it's not going to take our place. It's just here to help and support and enhance, make us more effective with what we do. And I think we should all embrace it while brainstorming and thinking of how to continue to adapt and address the issues that may arise. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kayode. Everything you said actually resonates with me, like I said earlier. And I would like to know if anyone has a question. I have a question. My question is, I would like to know, I think Dr. Kayode is actually, Dr. Kayode, I don't know if you are here. I would like to ask, are you into an MSc program in public health too? Is he here?
Yes, I'm here. I'm doing an MPH at University of Liverpool.
Okay, so I just wanted to know quickly, what are your top, should I say top 5 or top 3 softwares, like what you use that enhances productivity for you, helps you with learning? What would you recommend?
Top 3, I'll say ChatGPT 1. I give some examples of what I use ChatGPT for. Canva as well. I like to design a lot. So Canva will go there. Maybe LinkedIn AI as well.
Okay.
But I don't post a lot on LinkedIn, but I found it very useful when I've had to post on LinkedIn. So yeah, I'll say those are my top 3. I think so far ChatGPT, I compared ChatGPT and Gemini a lot. I think initially I started with using Gemini. I preferred its responses to ChatGPT, but I think ChatGPT has improved a lot in the last 1 to 2, about 1 year, say. And so ChatGPT is definitely top for me.
Okay. Did you know anyone using Copilot? Because I'm a Copilot fan, though. I don't know if anyone uses Copilot. What's your
I've only
view
recently heard about Copilot and I've not signed up to it yet, so I can't answer on Copilot, but I know it's increasingly being used. I don't know if Carlo uses Copilot.
Okay. Okay. Someone has dropped a message, dropped a question saying that will be Miss Mary. She said, any thoughts on Meta AI? Dr.
So,
Emmanuel.
yeah, I'd say it's probably still in the line of ChatGPT and all that. So it just, when you use these tools, they are just things to consider, understand what their capability and their limitations. I'm just going to join this question with there's a previous question about how learners could critically engage with AI tools rather than passively use them. So I'm just going to combine this with Meta AI. So I think one very important thing about using these tools is understand the tools ability and limitations. What can they do? What can't they do? What can they do effectively? Like they mentioned about chat GPT, there are certain things maybe you want to do. It may be easier to do it with chat GPT. Sometimes you may want to compare with Gemini, and there are other AI tools as well. Some could help with minute taking, like what we have now. Some could help with structuring your workflow activity, planning your calendar, how to arrange your schedule and all that. So I think it just really understanding what you want to do, understanding the limitations that they have as well. And another important thing, of course, like I said, is to consider the ethical challenge that would be involved in that. But basically, I think it's something to understand, to know what their limitations are, know what their abilities are, know which you prefer to. I prefer to interact with ChatGPT maybe than Meta AI or Gemini. So personal preference would also come in place here. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Just to emphasize and then give a personal and interesting example of what Dr. Emmanuel has just said. I think many people tend to be lazy with their use of ChatGPT or other AI tools. So I asked ChatGPT recently to describe my use of ChatGPT, and I'll just read what he said. He said, "You show openness to exploring tools, frameworks, or narratives, but you critically assess their fit for your needs rather than just accepting generic responses." And I think that's how everybody should use it, because ChatGPT, it learns, like we said, but if you just take everything it throws back at you, you're likely to be going with a lot of false negatives, a lot of wrong things. You need to critically engage with it, like has been mentioned. There's sometimes I'll throw questions back at ChatGPT and then it's apologizing, sorry, you're right, I made a mistake with that. But if I just taking that, and imagine if I was going for a presentation, it would be someone in the audience coming back to correct me and say, no, that is wrong.
Yeah, just to resound, it shouldn't replace our thinking ability. We are still humans. We train this machine, so it should be like a thinking body rather than the answer is yeah and amen. If that makes sense. Yeah.
I was actually laughing because that apologizing part really got me. It got me because I'm like, why apologize? Why did you make the mistake in the first place? So it's actually fun to interact with these things, and we try to understand the loopholes. And I think when Gemini, there's a time I would ask a question and you say sometimes it might make mistakes. So that even gives me the confidence that yes, I'm still human, I'm still boss. You're not coming to replace me. You're just here to do what I want you to do. So thank you so much for that, Dr. Emmanuel. Thank you, Dr. Kayode, once more.
Thank you.
Dr. Kalu, is it fine I call on Dr. Zubi now? I don't know if he's in the house.
Yes, please go ahead. He's in the house, yes.
Okay. Dr. Zubi, hi. Hello,
Hello,
sir. Are you around?
Yes, I am. Good evening. I don't
I
know
want to
if
see your handsome face, so I'm not seeing you, sir. Okay.
Yes, I'm looking on that. Because of my network, I'm not sorry about that. Good evening. I really learned a lot here, and well, thank you, Dr. Mano, thank you, Dr. Kayode, for bringing light to this AI stuff. I think it's high time I critically engage it. I've been engaging on the surface level, and I think I need to dive deep. I've even written down some prompt. I'll have to engage with ChatGPT and Gemini this night so that I can do some deep thinking of some things. All right, so thank you very much. It was a good one. So we'll be going straight to the quiz. It's just a very short quiz and very simple. We don't like stressing people, so just something straightforward. And it's going to involve all of us, and we're going to be engaging on this. I just want to just pass down some instructions before that, so we can know how we can go about it. Just to share my screen, just to be sure that we are all together on this stuff. Okay, so is this? I think no. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
All right. So just because we participate in the game and I'll be sharing the game platform and all, but I will need us to log into how we're going to participate in the game. Okay. So if you're using a phone, okay, we're using the Kahoot app. I mean, we're talking about AI, so basically, so we're using the Kahoot app here to run.
I think we've lost him.
Hello, Dr. Chinonso.
The quiz. So it's a time out for the question there, and then yeah. Can you hear me? Hello.
We can hear you now.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Do you mind if I just turn off my video so that my network does not disturb a lot? Sorry.
That's totally fine, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, so we're talking about internet issues, and so this is part of the challenge that we're having. So basically, so just type in this kahoot.it in your browser. You'll be prompted to it will take you there and you're prompted to add a pin, which I'm going to share very soon. So I just want to be sure that we are together. So it's going to be when you log in, after you're logged in, you're going to see something like you're going to just be seeing the options. So basically, you'll still be seeing the questions I'll be sharing from my own screen. That way you see the questions, and what you've seen on your own tab or on your own phone is going to be 4 colors depending on what the question is, if it's options or true or false. See 4 colors and 4 shapes. So it will correspond with the options you'll be seeing on my screen. We'll do some samples so I understand what I'm trying to say, and then that's how you're going to engage. And then when you respond, we all are going to see the response. Not we're going to all see the people that answered, and then whoever is ranking highest. At the end of the day, we'll know the best, the first, second, and third. And I think we have gifts for the winners of the quiz. I don't know if we have seen this and we have logged into Kahoot.it. I think just to let me go back to this is how I know. Okay, can you just show thumbs up if you are there? Oh, great. Okay, so I can stop sharing that screen now. And then I can now go over to this. Okay, so yes. I'm going to post where this tab is not it. So we are loading up. So, okay, we're about to start. I'm trying to get the pin ready. So whichever pin is going to pop out here is the pin you're going to type in into your own device that is requesting for the pin. Network. Okay. Yeah, so we are live. So the pin is 8872897. 8872897. And I'm waiting for us to log in because we're meant to see the participant. Okay, so Mary OA is here. Welcome, Mary. Oh, G is here. Great. Okay, CCGB89. Interesting. I'm seeing interesting names and interesting icons. Okay, that's good. Yeah, the Breno is here. Awesome. We're just 4. I think we are more than that on this call, so I'm expecting more participants. Yeah, okay. AI, oh, star, okay. Can I get more participants, please? If you have any confusion, any clarification, you can just unmute and then ask, or let's type it in the chat box so I can get you sorted. Okay, Rachel, AFK, okay. KU, welcome. AFK, welcome. Rachel, Star, AI, GB89, CCG, Mary OA. I'm still expecting more people. We are 21. Okay. If you exempt me, exempt Dr. Carlo. Okay. Okay, but is anyone having any issues logging in or joining the game? So you can just let me know if you're having that so that I can just clarify that. The pin is 8872897. Okay, more people have joined us. That's good. Okay, so we have more people here. I can't find Mary again. Did she log out? Aoma is here, Star is here. Because I want all of us to start the quiz together. So I don't want to start the quiz if I'm still expecting more people. Some people are logging out. Is it network? Is it network? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 participants. I need more people.
Hi, Doc. Sorry, this is Finty. I tried to join, but it's asking me for some registrations and all of that. Do I need to do all of that?
No, just the I guess did you type in kahoot.it?
Okay, maybe that's my mistake.
Yes,
Let me try again.
kahoot.it.
Okay.
Yes, kahoot.it, exactly. So just drop it on the charts. So for the participant, this is what you are going to type in on your end. Oh, sorry, that's a mistake. .it. The kahoot.it. So that's what you type in from your own end. Then you type in the pin 8872897. Then type in your username or your nickname, and then you're good to go. Okay, just still wait a bit. Okay, Amy is here. And Dr. Fee, 15, are you able to sort that out?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, so I think we can proceed. We have 10 participants here, and we have more people here, 11. Okay, so can we proceed? Yeah, we have 11, so we have 9 people are yet to join. Okay, even though some people cannot join, definitely can join up. So okay, we have 12 now. Okay, so all right, so let's start the game. Yeah. Okay, so we are live, and this is the quiz. So this is the question on the screen, and in your own device, you'll just be seeing the options that correspond with this option here. That's the colors and the shapes. So you look at the question on the screen, and then you type the corresponding shape or corresponding color. I'm receiving answers, 8 answers, 9 answers, 10 answers. Okay, and we are 11, so that means one person is there to answer. Okay, wait, no, we are 12. Yes, we are 12. And then there's a countdown. There's a countdown that will show. I have to increase the time so to be sure we are familiar with it. Okay. So that means everybody have answered yes. So 12, and then so we move to the next one. I think we are good. It's making sense, right? Okay, there is no point for this, so they are all this is not the main quiz yet. And then something else I need to mention: the earlier you type in your answers, it affects your points, your ranking, your points. So the point you give is also corresponds to the time you answered your question. Okay, so this is another option. Question number 2. To be sure we are good. Okay, I have 10 responses. I guess once the 10 responses are complete, it ends. Okay, so that's complete. All right, so I think we are doing well. Everybody's flowing well and no issues. So then next, this is still discovered. So it's a true or false question. I like that background music. It's more like for these action movies, you know, that something's about to go down. There's one person that usually takes time to answer. Is it network? I guess it's network. I'm so sorry if it's network. I'm so sorry. I'm still waiting for one more answer. I see. Oh, sorry. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry. Cecilia and Gideon. So sorry. So sorry about the network issue. Don't worry, we'll wait for you. We are all together in this. Give you moral support. Got this. It's going to drop before the time is up. Okay, and we didn't get the answer. Okay, and this is what we have, just 11 responses. And this next question. Okay, so this is just the last test. So to be sure we are good to go. Yeah, I think this is just more like you know, this will need you to just do some thinking. It's not straightforward. I have to add that there. I mean, as a quiz master, you need to add some stuff. That's the idea. That's the fun of the quiz. The responses are not as fast as they are coming in before. Okay, they're coming in. They're coming in. They're coming in. I wish I could just see very detailed here, like the chat should be able to show me different options. I think we have lost one person to network. The last person, that 12th answer keeps delaying. Yeah, I love this. I love this. I have the different answers here. That's good. Yeah. But correct answer is actually Tanzania. The 7 people got that. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So this is scoreboard. All right, so this is, are we ready to start now? So we are good to go, right? So everybody's good. We understand the system, we understand how it works, and then we know what to do. The earlier you type in your answers, that affects your points, and then we know how to type in answers. Okay, I think so. We can proceed because the real quiz will start from the next question now. So, are we all good? Are we having only 7 responses? Okay, so escape and I move. So yeah, so the question is about to start now. This one will come with the scores and we'll be seeing our ranking live and direct. Here we go. So what is the mission statement of ESTUC Academy? I love the speed. I love the speed of the answers. I love the speed. Yeah. Okay, I think I've lost the 12th person, so I'm only getting 11 answers so far. Okay, yeah. Oh, wow, everybody. Nice one. Let's see. Okay, Ioma is leading. All right, that's 965 points. Okay, that's good. Next question. This is a double point question, so make sure you get this. This is double point. In what year was ESTUC Academy founded? Make sure you don't miss this question because this. Oh, okay. Okay. The answer is 2020. That's circle, and one person missed it. Oh no, sorry. The table has changed. I love this. Okay, we have a table. Ioma is still leading though. Well done, you're doing well, Ioma. Let's get this home. So the third question: what is the vision statement of ESTUC Academy? Okay. Making progress. Yeah, remaining one more answer to go. I'm so sorry, network is on doing this. Woo! We have split answer A and B. The answer is actually A though. A world where everyone has equal opportunity to succeed, regardless of your background, of your location, or anything. Yeah, I couldn't type in that yet all the time. So of the space. Yeah. Okay, so let's move. The table is changing. Oh, Star is leading. Awesome. I love this. How many continents are there in the world? Is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 7? Or is it 8? Okay, so we have 11 answers says 7 and one answer said 5. 5 continents, but the answer is actually 7, sorry. The scoreboard, I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay. CC has highest answer streak of 9. CC has answered 9 consecutively. CC on fire. But just at your timing is not helping. So this is a trophy. A spider has 6 legs. True or false? True or false? Actually, a spider has 8 legs. Yeah, that has 8 legs. So that's the first statement. Okay, Glyco is now leading. 10 correct answers in a row. Wow. Who is Glyco? You're doing good, man. All right, so we have what language has the most native speakers in the world? There we go. Yeah, we're going to have a divide here. I'm sure of that. Okay, so I have 11 answers waiting for the 12th answer to come in. Yeah, I love this divide. 4 going for English, 1 Arabic, 1 Spanish, and 6 for Mandarin. But the correct answer is actually Mandarin Chinese. So they have the largest native speakers in the world. Yes, they are that big. I mean, even look at their population, that was about 1 billion or so. So we can imagine. Okay, so we move to the next one. Yeah, the table is changing. Some people are leading the table. Okay, come on. Come on. What's the tallest mountain in the world? Let's get it done. Let's get it home. Yeah. Okay. In the world, in this not Africa. I think Africa is Kilimanjaro, but in the world is Mount Everest. Okay, so let's go. Star is still topping the table. We need to overtake Star. Somebody needs to overtake Star. Come on. We have 2 more questions to go. What color do you get when you mix red and white? I think the ladies will get more of this than the guys. You know, there is this study that say that guys are colorblind. I don't know how true that is, but I know there are a lot of colors and ladies know more colors than guys. If it's white, blue, green, and black, that's where you see the guys. But all the other colors are the sea green, turquoise blue, and all those stuff. I'm sure these 3, maybe, let me not judge. No, I don't know what I want to say. But okay, it's changing. All right, so we're getting there. 2 more questions to go. The strongest currency in the world. The strongest currency in the world. Well, you can apply your AI and give you Expo. You can use AI to ask a question. That's why we are here. That's why we are doing AI, the future of learning. So AI can save you. Well, I mean, if you submit your answer, you already submitted. You can't take it back. Okay, so we have the divide. Okay, that's good. But the correct answer is actually Kuwait dinar. It's actually higher than dollar. Yes, it's the strongest currency in the world. So I mean, I need to get this so I can make this money. This is that Kuwait money is good. Glyco is back to the table. Wow. Glyco is doing well. 3 participants have reached answer streak. Yeah. So, and the last question for the day, which is the smallest continent by land mass? Continent by land mass. So who is going to lead this quiz? The smallest continent by land area, by land mass. Okay, yeah, we have a divide. Antarctica 6, Europe 3, Australia 2, South America 1. But the answer is actually Australia. Yeah, Australia is actually a country and also a continent, and it's the one that has the smallest by land area. Yeah, so and that's the end of the quiz. So who came third? AFK came third position. Congratulations, AFK. Glyco. Oh, somebody overtook Glyco. And our star person is KU. Oh, that was awesome. Star runner up at G is. Thank you very much. Thank you. And to have a champion as KU, silver goes to Glyco, and then the bronze medal goes to AFK. Thank you for participating, and I remain your quiz master, Dr. Chinoso. So over from here, thank you. I hand it over to.
Just before you go, I have a conflict of interest. I am the KU, so I'm disqualified.
So by the power vested on me as the quiz master, we are taking away the position. So I think Star was fourth. So that means Glyco is the first, AFK is the second, and Star is the third because Star came first. Yes, I think we can look at the session summary.
And we have them on board. Let's see them.
Who is Glyco, who is AFK, and who is Star, please?
Another conflict of interest. There's running with Star.
Who is Star?
Dr. Emmanuel. Just as running with Star.
Okay. Look at I was meant to check. I think that would just go back to me alone. I think I'll stop sharing my screen so you'll see it out. But I know Glyco. Wait, who says Glyco? Sorry, come again.
Dr. Zainab.
Oh, okay. So Dr. Zainab is our first position. Can we give it up for Dr. Zainab? Please give it up for Dr. Zainab. Yes. Then who is AFK, please? Who is AFK?
Dr.
Follow
Kayode.
me. Yeah, Dr.
Dr.
Kayode.
Kayode. AFK as second position. And then the third position was Dr. Star. That was another position. I missed that out. The fifth position. View full report. Yeah. Okay. You're not meant to say this. So let's stop sharing my screen from there. I'll announce the fifth position. Am I meant to? Okay, well, I can actually do that. There's no need. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So we don't even know who is who. So you the report. Yes, you the report. Thank you.
Dr. Gideon said he came fifth. Dr. Gideon Haruna.
Okay. So that's Dr. Gideon. Now let's just have an overview of the participants. Yeah, okay. So the Dr. Glyko first, Dr. FK second, Dr. Mary, Dr. G, Dr. Gideon. All right. So thank you very much. And Dr. Auma, Dr. Gali, Dr. Sisi, Dr. Amy. I'm sure network must have affected some people. I'm so sorry about that. So sorry. So this is the scoreboard. So thank you very much. Thank you for participating. And over from me. And over to you. Thank you.
I had fun. I also learned something. There was actually some conflicting questions, but I think I've learned something here now.
Thank you.
So I'll ask Dr. Kalu to come over, take over and help us with the closing speech for today. Dr. Kalu, okay, can see you.
Thank you very much. I also had fun in the quiz, and I really was struggling in the quiz to come first. I was like, how come I can't come first in this? But see, it happened, and yeah, I want to thank everyone that participated in the quiz, and you will get your prize over the coming weeks. So we'll get in touch with you to celebrate your performance in the quiz. So we're going to move on to the last bit, second to the last bit of our celebration, and that's to recognize a number of persons who have done one or two things in the organization that we think we should mention them. Before I throw that open, I just want to let you know that everyone has been working so hard. People worked so hard up until this time, but these few persons we've sort of selected them to say a thank you to them. And I'm going to share my screen now. So just give me a moment to share my screen. So I'm going to call their names and say one or two things they did. So at the end, we would all give a hand clap for them to celebrate all they have done. So that's it. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen, sir.
Okay, so I'm just going to put it in presentation mode. So we have 10 persons that we are celebrating and awarding today. The award of recognition. One of them is Dr. Musa Mohammed. I want to thank him for how he helped in organizing the public health preparation mentorship for last year. He was one of the admins. Him and Dr. Hasfa Muhammad Ahmed. So that's number 6. So the second person is Dr. Andy Junior Sunday. Dr. Andy Junior Sunday started with us far back as 2020 when we started doing our IELTS program, and he taught in many of those classes. So Dr. Andy was very instrumental. He's still at the background supporting with things. So Dr. Andy, thank you so much. So also Dr. Chidebere Ezanoai, he's been a great ally, and also have been very supportive, training and teaching people through the IELTS platform. So also with Dr. Uzoma C. Ajawenyi, she was also very instrumental to training a number of persons through the IELTS master classes we did. And Chiamaka Odo is one of the senior management team, and is a co-chair at the academy. She is the brain behind a lot of the things we're doing in the academy. You might not always see her. You may not always see her front or come to speak or generally, but she quality checks and send checks a lot of things that we do to make sure that we get it right. And she has also provided mentorship to a number of members of the team. So Chiamaka, we are so happy that you are able to contribute to the academy. Back to number 6, that is Dr. Collins Agozie Anigo. Dr. Collins Agozie Anigo was also a tutor in our IELTS masterclass and contributed to training many students through that academy. You can never know exactly what you're doing until you find out that people that have gone through your tutorials, they are doing well, coming out in flying colors. Number 7 is Dr. Hasfa Mohammed. So she's a brilliant doctor who joined our academy last year, and with Musa Mohammed, we're able to handle the large number of mentees and colleagues who prepared for the last year's public health UK public health specialty training application. So 2 of them were in charge of the WhatsApp group, in charge of the Telegram group, and supported with the whole gamut of discussion groups and everything that we did. So I can't stop thanking them for availing themselves to do that. And number 8 is Dr. Chika Anigo. He's a great mentor of mine and has been there from the beginning. He's been a member of the faculty of the academy and has done a number of things across board. He's been a speaker to one of our webinars and provides advice, counsel, mentorship at different levels to both as individuals and as a team. So most times we run some of our ideas across to him, and he's there to support. So Dr. Chika, we are so happy that you're able to accept this award. And number 9 is Dr. Ezubi Chris Chinonso. Chinonso has been a friend for over 6 years now or more, and has been a tutor at the academy through the IELTS masterclass space, and he's done a lot more in other areas. You can actually see that he led the quiz section this evening, and he led also the logistics team for the organizing committee. So we want to recognize your service to the academy in the past 5 years. And the last but not the least is my own beloved friend and brother and colleague, Dr. Emmanuel Eriowe. They find it difficult to call your name, but I have to ask Emmanuel to pronounce this his surname for me. In fact, he did a voice note where he pronounced it, and I had to keep saying it because I need to learn how to pronounce my friend's name. I don't need to bother his name like the moderator did. Yeah, so Emmanuel has been a great friend back over 5 years now, and he has been there from the beginning of the academy. He taught in the IELTS masterclass, provided mentorship through both the ACF Academic Lincoln Fellowship mentorship and the public health training application mentorship. He's a senior member of the management team of at Institute Academy, and he also generously accepted to do the keynote speech. So he's a trusted ally, ready to support in many ways. And I want to say thank you to you, Emmanuel. You don't know how much you mean to the academy. So I want to say thank you to everyone here. There are many more people we can really involve in this or give awards, but um, we decided to reduce it to those 10. Maybe in subsequent years we'll have more. But just to tell you that we so much appreciate what you've done. We so much appreciate that. And we want to encourage you to do more. Can we give them can we give them some love? Can we appreciate them? Do a lot of things. We can clap, we can so great to have these ones serve in different capacities. And like we said, everyone here deserves an award. So if your name did not make it to this, it does not mean that you've not been very committed, and it does not also mean that you have not been contributing one or two things. Can I just give one of the awardees 1 minute? I don't know who I should call up. This is impromptu, but I have to do it just to ask one of the awardees, the only person here. Let's give Dr. Chidebere Ezanoi 1 or 2 minutes if he's able to express himself regarding the award, and also maybe he will do that in as a representation of other people who have received the award. Chidi, do you want to come up?
Hello, yeah, good evening from this part of the world. Dr. Kaludu, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. If you want to turn on your video, that would be great.
No, I'm still at work. I don't know whether I can flow like this.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, the entire members of our great academy, and our president, our chairman, our CEO, Dr. Carlo, and all the distinguished guests and my fellow awardees. I am quite elated. I can't actually use the right word to express and my happiness for such an award. It's quite a privilege. I and Dr. Carlo has come a long way, including the academy, right from the time he was here in Nigeria. And we have come a long way. And I'm so happy that our academy has gotten to the 50th anniversary. There has quite been a whole lot of impacts, testimonies, and will I say a whole lot of growth that STOC has witnessed in the last 5 years. This actually points towards dedication, points towards discipline, points towards a whole lot of commitment, and is actually a testament that whatever we commit our mind, our hearts to do, we can actually make that become a reality. So thank you so much for the commitment. Thank you so much for believing in this academy that started from a quite nascent stage has gotten to 5 years anniversary, and is a quite an honor that I am being one of those that are going to be recognized or awarded for our contribution, my little contribution in the past when it comes to what we have been able to actualize and achieve. So I also have to encourage us to push forward. I can't wait for we to have more anniversaries to come, 10th anniversary, 25th anniversary, 50th anniversary, and so on and so forth. So I'm so happy, and I want to once again say a very big thank you to the entire member of the faculty, the entire member of the organization, and I can't forget Rachel, who sent me a reminder today because of my schedule. So thank you, Rachel. I saw you being present too, and every other person present. I believe God Almighty will help us that we are going to do more, actualize more, have more testimonies, and more impact that is going to flow through Stock Academy. God bless you, Dr. Carlo, and each and every one of us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So glad to hear from you, Dr. Chidi. It's been a long while, and this academy has seen a lot of great people come in and do great stuff and continue to work at the background. So thank you so much. We're about concluding in the interest of time, just to let us know that the academy will do monthly webinars, and the next one would be on the 12th of July. Yep, on the 12th of July. So that's the second Saturday of July, and we're going to have some experts talk about critical thinking, how we can make impacts through critical thinking. I'm looking forward to that meeting, and I hope you will be there to join us in the meeting. The video for this program has been recorded and will be shared so that people who didn't participate will be able to join. Before we go, I want to say a very great thank you to the organizing committee. People sat down and planned this and came up with these beautiful things. So it wasn't my idea per se. So I want to thank every member of the organizing committee who did one or two things. There were people in the media, there were people in the logistics, there were people in finance, there were people in program development and things like that. So all the good things you have seen came from members of the academy. And I want to say thank you to them for yielding themselves and availing themselves to do these great things. We hope that you feel proud of yourself and feel proud of your of the effort you've put in, that it yielded great results. So thank you, and let's keep on celebrating. So you can open up the soft drink you have beside you now and begin to drink, and let's begin to pop champagne. That's that. Emmanuel just asked me about item 7, and I'm saying that you can open up the jollof rice, whatever is it, the cooked one that you have beside you. Just begin to enjoy, and thank you so much. For our awardees, you get your certificate next week, and also our volunteers, you get certificates for volunteering. Thank you so much. And finally, our mentorship program on the Academic Clinical Fellowship will kick off by the first week of March. So things are already on the way to make that move. So if you're in that category, please begin to prepare your mind, because we will do what we did last year, and I hope that more people will get into becoming clinical academics. Thank you, and see you on the 12th of July. Bye for now.